second we start live streaming, goddamn, the volume is, let me just wait. I'm so annoyed right now. Y'all have no idea how annoyed I am right now. Already at the start of the stream, I'm very pissed off. This is a serious subject matter at hand. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. Yo, it's good to see Organic Black, the best mod in the world. We got Diana Prince, Patty Gal, also the mod squad. Yo, it's good to see all my people here. I'm glad to be here. Because 100%, a few days ago, honestly, I did not think I was going to survive throughout the night. Now, I didn't tell some of my close guests. We have Hybrid in the studio today with us again. You're going to see Hybrid all the time. You'll figure out why a little bit later. Hybrid, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling better than yesterday and the day before that.
Hybrid and I both have been going through COVID-19, the COVID SARS-2 virus. We don't know what variant we had. We don't know what strain we had. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. As a right side leaning, Republican side leaning, non-vaccinated duo extraordinaire, it was absolutely fucking brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the sickest I have ever been in my 31, how old am I? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It is the absolute sickest I could have ever even conceptualized that a human being could get. When I tell you that I could not move at a certain point in time, no matter how hard I tried, I could not move my body. I was in so much pain. I was so sick, y'all. Y'all, I was so sick that I made my last prayer and my amends with Jesus Christ, my creator, as I was in and out of consciousness, man. No, I didn't go to the hospital because I was told that there was nothing that they could do for me at the hospital other than to intubate me, which would have been like the final straw. Now, I didn't get that point to where I was having breathing issues, right? I didn't get to that point. So you're like, well, how did you almost die, True? Okay, we'll get to that. Trust me. I'm not just saying it just to say it. Trust me. We'll get to it. Hey, listen, the national day of the day today, National Aviation Week, Afghanistan Independence Day, Crown Prince's Day, Jastami Day, International Bow Day. Okay, let's get back to the discussion matter at hand, COVID-19. Now, we've been talking, and a lot of people have been talking about COVID for years now. But as a matter of fact, if you just have been paying attention, there was a mandate that was released saying you don't have to actually wear the masks anymore. So the mask mandate has been non-mandated at this point. I don't know how you want to say that. But you don't have to wear a mask anywhere you go anymore. And so that leads a lot of people to think that this is not a big issue to deal with anymore. Now listen, y'all. I told you in the beginning of this podcast, I'm not vaccinated. I didn't get a vaccine because I just didn't. I just decided to at that particular moment in time. It was better for me, right? Now, I'm not trying to get on anybody's case about whether or not you should get vaccinated. That's not what this live stream is going to be about, all right? This live stream is going to be a simple severe warning for you that if you have not gone through COVID, if you haven't already gotten sick with some kind of flu-like entity or sickness over the past couple years, then you need to be extremely careful going forward. We're going to break down a few different ways of how we think that we got it. We're going to break down the symptoms that I had, and then once again, I'm going to go back and cover about the place where I almost died, right? Like literally. We're going to talk about all that. So, never had any issues. I didn't wear a mask anywhere at Walmart. I didn't wear a mask anywhere at Albertsons. When I went out to places, if I was riding with somebody, I never wore a mask. So when the entire pandemic and outbreak started in 2020 or whatever, I was okay because I was already kind of quarantining myself from society to begin with. Y'all know I didn't have a life, and I've been homeless for like 6 years. So I really didn't have any friends. I don't have any people. I don't go to parties. I don't do anything because I just got my little apartment, and then I stream with y'all. Y'all already know how we do it over here, right? So everything was consistent for me in my life. The only times I would have public exposure with people is if I would go to the grocery store, right? And even then, I'd make it extremely quick. And the grocery store I go to is very small, right? So it's not a ton of people. And so I was good up until recently. I'd been doing things great. Every once in a while, we take the multivitamins, yada, yada, yada. You know, everything's good. I've been doing things good. All right. Now, I said from the very beginning of this pandemic when I heard about it, because I heard about it in 2019. That's when I saw, once again, all the people falling over and like Chinese people passing out in the street on underground websites, on LiveLeak, Vesgore, and other different sites that I can't mention right now. Right. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. So I saw it then, and then it hit everybody in 2020, blah, 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 blah. And after it hit for a while, I disseminated, whatever the word is, it decimated me, that it wasn't as bad of an issue as a lot of people were making it out to seem. There's twofold reasons why I felt this way. Number one, I hadn't caught it yet. Number two, the numbers were starting to be reported, and you know, the numbers are the numbers of the numbers. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are the numbers until you're a part of the numbers. The statistics are the statistics until you are a statistic. Okay? Right. So keep that in mind. I know that 99% of people, or 98 or 97% or 96% of people survive it, or 95, whatever the number is for the people that survive this virus. I understand where it's at. I do. But let me tell you, 4 nights ago, I didn't care about those numbers. All right? I didn't care at all. You could probably even hear my voice, how different my voice sounds right now. Yo, this virus has affected even the way that like ingredients taste inside of my body. When I ate something earlier today, I tasted like all the processing metallics and all kinds of weird craziness, and it was in hot sauce. I was eating hot sauce, and I can't even enjoy it. It's like this weird, unbelievable like chemical reaction that goes on inside of my mouth when I eat different salts and vinegars now. This is crazy, man. Whatever the hell these people made, because they made it, whatever they made, it is wild. All right? Biogenetic warfare and engineering is here, ladies and gentlemen. And I fear for the next virus that's coming out of these laboratories. I cannot imagine how much worse it's going to get in the next 50 to 150 years. Humans are going to continue. They're still working on these viruses inside of the labs over in China right now. They're trying to make a new strain. This is what these governments are doing. Y'all, let me tell you something, okay? No, let me go back to this. Right? So I've been good. Everything's good. I see people getting sick. I hear about people getting sick. I hear about people passing. And then every once in a while, you know, you'll find somebody like a family member or something like that, right? You'll find a family member, or you'll see somebody that knew somebody that you knew that actually did pass. And it's like, damn. And so I want to go ahead and give a second really quickly, a moment of silence for all the people that passed to COVID-19, man. I think it's so crucial and important, you know, for a lot of reality and truth to be spoken on this subject, because this is such a politically dividing subject. It's such a it's really polarizing, and it's because there's no correct answer in a situation like this. So what we were presented as a people with is a lose-lose situation. Either you try and experiment and you could potentially lose in the future, or you could win, or you're still losing because you have to get poked. And whether or not you think, I don't know, getting poked's not fun, period. So I consider that a lose, all right? Or you could go ahead and press your luck, which is what I did, right? You could try your luck. Most people end up fine. I know a lot of y'all have had it, and you just had a runny nose, all right? In my opinion, you might not have had it. Because, hey, ain't no runny nose with this, man. All right? No runny noses. All right? Constant. Now, I'll tell you. Go ahead. Did you want to say something?
All right. Now I say a runny nose and a bag of rocks.
A runny nose and a bag of rocks. Okay. Whatever that means. Okay, so it's okay. Everything was good. We're cool. The masks are lifted now. The mask mandates are lifted. This, and that. All right? I know that Donovan Sharp, we reported on Donovan Sharp getting sick. When Donovan Sharp got sick, he was severely hospitalized as well. I think he came close to dying as well. They didn't intubate him, but he was having breathing issues, this, and that, right? We covered that issue. That was, I don't know, probably damn near a year ago at this point, right? So slowly but surely, I started to finally accept that, you know what, everybody's eventually going to get this. Literally, I had this conversation probably 2 weeks ago, right? Hybrid, we were having this conversation. Right. I was like, everybody's going to get the virus event. There's nothing that you can do to not get it, because it's just everywhere. Now, I'll tell you where we got it from. I think that we got it from the school. We got it from a school, a meet the teacher day, meet the teacher, whatever it might be. Both of us up there. Came home the next day or maybe that same night, sore throat. Felt the sore throat. I said, oh, that's a bit interesting. That's a bit weird. Throat's a little sore.
Right, it hit you first, and then it hit me the next day.
Then it hit you the next day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said my throat's a little bit. So I drank a little of my little liquor I was drinking at the time, this little cocktail, and it hurt. It hurt to drink. Now, I know when my throat starts to get sore, I'm starting to come down with something. Right? It's just kind of the way that my body can tell. It's like, oh, man, I'm getting some. You know, you can tell when you're getting ready to get sick. So I'm like, dang, I'm getting ready to get sick. Now, I hadn't thought about the school occasion or the school event I had been to the night previous, right, or the day before. There had to be at least 400, 500 kids in this, not even auditorium. It was a lunchroom, which made it even worse. I didn't even see a single. I saw a fan. I didn't see any ventilation or anything. All the parents and about 400 kids, 300 kids maybe. We all in this little thing. So it starts kind of hitting me. Now, let me tell you how fast this progressed, man. Check this out. So I noticed my throat was getting a little sore. Was that during the daytime?
Yeah, it was during the daytime.
Okay, that was during the daytime. About 2 hours later, I want to say, I was walking outside, or I was getting ready to head outside, and I got outside, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to actually make it out of my apartment gate down the stairs. This was like in 2 hours. I was like a little unsure of myself. I started getting confused, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just a bit too hot. And I was like, what are you talking about? The gate's right there. I was like psyching myself out, right? But it was amazing how quickly I started to get sick, man. It's unreal how quick I started to get sick, as a matter of fact. Right? 2 hours later, I was laying down. All right? Laying down. And I started to feel the flu. Aches, body aches, chills, you know, that kind of stuff. Just basic flu stuff.
Right, because initially you thought it was a stomach virus of some sort. Right.
Yeah, I thought maybe we ate something or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Then the head starts hurting a little bit. Now, I never had a headache when I had the flu. I never had a headache when I've been sick before. Not like that. This was a very interesting headache. And the COVID headache, it hit you here, and then it'll go away for like 20 minutes, and then it'll come back over here, and then it'll go away. And it's this weird headache, all right? So that was night one. Headache, body aches, yada, 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 right? Woke up, felt horrible, right? Felt really bad. This day was pretty bad, okay? But I think the day after that is when it got worse. This day was pretty bad. Pretty much laid around, and I think pretty much did nothing all day. What was I gonna say? What ended up happening is I came down with it the worst. Okay, I came down with it just horribly. It immediately took me out. I have no appetite, y'all. I didn't eat for 5 days, I think.
Oh yeah, about 4 days.
4 days. I didn't eat for 4 days. I think I had a part of a pear and kiwi salad. I couldn't drink anything. If I tried to drink anything, my body would want to throw it up. I couldn't eat anything. I had no appetite. It was horrible. 4 days I didn't pretty much touch food. Temperature starts going up, but what makes this horrible is something I've never experienced with any other virus, and that is that my head was ungodly hot. So the flu, the body aches, the shivers, I mean, my God, it was like, dude, I felt like I was in Antarctica. And I could not escape. I was so cold, man. And I mean, I was like, man, I might have AIDS, bro. I was like, I must have AIDS. Seriously, that's what I thought to myself. I was so cold, but what trips me out is I would lay down, I'd be shivering, and my head would get so hot that it scared me. And so I'd wake up, and I'd just get up really quickly. And I'm like, oh, and I'd be sweating, and I wipe my sweat, and then I wake up, or I'd sit up, and then the blood would go down to my neck, you know what I mean? And then my head would stop throbbing, but it felt like my head was like I was getting ready to pop something inside of my brain or something, right? Because it was so hot. And so after, we had cold towels, and we had hot stuff, but I had the cold stuff. I couldn't keep the cold stuff on for too long. I'm popping NyQuil. Man, if y'all could see how much stuff. We have Theraflu, NyQuil. I mean, anything you could think about buying, we were consuming it. I don't know how much acetaminophen I consumed. My kidneys are probably shot right now, but I did not care at that moment in time. All right? I did not care. Shout out to my kidneys. So, after my head felt like it was gonna whatever, I was being taken care of by the lovely hybrid. Thank you, my dear. And, I was a bit scared because she was like, well, if your temperature gets too high, then you could start to have seizures. She's had medical experience. Let me tell you something, fellas. Man, get you a good woman, man. Get you a good woman. And so she's had medical experience, and so she was a bit worried about my temperature going up past a certain amount. Now, believe it or not, y'all, my temperature never passed 100. My temperature never passed 100. As a matter of fact, the highest it was 99.6. You couldn't tell me that. I don't know how exactly that's possible, but like I said, the sensation of heat that I felt emanating from my head was wild, man. It was absolutely wild. I don't know what this virus does to your body, but it makes it do things that it'll never do, and it's never done before. So that was the second night, extreme heat. The third day, or maybe it was that day. I don't know which day was the bad day. We'll just, whatever day was, whatever time this was, it'll tell you about the bad times here, okay? This is the bad time. So I think on this third day, it starts to become a mind issue, right? Like, oh my God, I'm getting sicker, right? So everything that I mentioned before, your head, you're this, you're that, compound it with the fact now that you're extremely dehydrated, all right? You're extremely malnourished, all right? I've lost probably 10 to 15 pounds. You can't tell right now, but if I stand up, you'd be like, what the truth? Like, I lost weight, for real. Extremely dehydrated, extremely malnourished, all right? And then the symptoms get worse. Now, thank God Almighty I didn't experience breathing issues. Thank God Almighty I didn't get a pneumonia. Had I gotten a pneumonia or experienced breathing issues, I would be dead. 100% I'd be dead. Thank God that, that we have a good immune system. We're healthy. We're young, right? Thank God. Because I 100% absolutely see how elderly people were being taken out left and right. 1,000,000%. There's no way I would have survived this if I was 70 years old. None. There is not a doubt in my mind I would have died if I was 60 or above. I'd have been gone, man. Y'all, you need to be very careful going forward. Listen, y'all, I'm wearing a mask everywhere I go. I don't care what y'all say about you've already had the virus, you got the antibodies now, you got this, you got that. Man, I'm going to tell you right now. Just because they're making fun of you for building an ark don't mean that God's not going to flood the motherfucking earth. I'm just telling y'all.
Team mask over here.
Man, I'm wearing a mask to sleep. That don't even make sense.
And we spraying everybody.
Listen, y'all. I'm wearing a mask probably for the rest of the time I'm in America. I'm not playing. Anywhere where there is more than 2 or 3 gathered in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ Almighty, we will be all masked. And I tell you what, it's making me rethink that vax a little bit. Kinda. I'm not gonna lie, not really, but hey, hey. Let me tell you something. I'm maybe not that far, but But still, though, honestly, I'm just saying there's no right answer. Yeah, I didn't want to do the vax. We didn't want to vax, and we're not going to, But still, I mean, shit. If I would know, if my advice, if I would have to give advice to a 60 or 70-year-old, I don't know if I could tell them in good conscience not to vax. I might be like, bro, you only got a good 20 years anyway. You might as well just go ahead and take the chance.
I would say for them that it makes sense for the elderly to vax if they have underlying health conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try and connect the TV hybrid. See what happens here. Oh, look at this. The entire my entire. Oh, there it goes. It restarted itself. All right, hold on, y'all. We're trying something here. We're trying a thing. All right, no, I don't think it's gonna project. All right, whatever. Okay. Hybrid, what are the comments saying?
Saying tell it again with the mask.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay. Yeah, yo. Okay, so this is the thing. So the mask for sure. I definitely, anybody you see, mask. And if you're outside, you don't have to wear the mask. All right, inside, no questions asked from now on. The second thing, we know that it is from the kids. How do we know hybrid is from the kids? Tell them how we know.
Well, the kids kind of respond to the virus differently than.
We'll tell them what the information that we received.
The information we received was definitely from the school, from the children. The outbreak.
So it was an email that we got the following day, or the following 2 days.
The following days.
The following days after I'm like dying, we get an email saying, "Oh, by the way, there was a COVID outbreak at the frickin' school."
Yeah, and so supposedly one person contracted it.
Supposedly one person contracted it. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Everybody that we saw that day is probably not going to be in that building if we were to gather everybody in the building. You know what I mean? Like, I know somebody had to have passed from that gathering that we experienced.
Right.
I know somebody is not here anymore because I'm willing to I don't see that many people, man. Man, I'm a tough person, y'all. Whew. I don't see that many people able to pull through it. What? I mean, when I was coming outside in that evening, you remember what happened when I was walking inside, and I asked for you.
Right.
I couldn't move.
Right.
I just locked up. I was on the balcony just relaxing, y'all, and I walked inside. Well, I was smoking, and I walked inside, and I just could. I had to crawl. I was on the balcony, and for whatever reason, smoking just shut my body down, dude. I mean, it was, my body was already shut down. I think this was like the second night before things were like really bad. I forget when exactly it was. I don't even know. It was when things were getting bad, and then it was just like, ooh. So I was crawling on the balcony, and I couldn't pull the door. I pulled the door open, but I couldn't get it all the way open, man. And so I started panicking, and so I called. I said, I said, babe. And so she came out, and
yeah, I had to pull you through.
Pull me through. Yeah, pull me through the door, man. Pull me through the door. Set me on the ground right there. Get me the covers, and I just went to sleep right on the ground. And about 2 or 3 hours later, maybe, got into the closet, my little isolation closet. I don't know. Would you say it was probably about 95 degrees in the closet at one point in here?
Right.
It was probably about 90 to 95 degrees in this closet. This closet doesn't have any vents, so it can hold heat like a baked potato, which is why you always see me sweating on the live streams and stuff. You don't see me sweating right now. I am sweating. Never mind. I'm about to say, that's how you know I'm probably still a little sick. But I'd already sweat through that, so I'm not doing terrible. I am still sick right now, but in comparison, there's no comparison. So yeah, it was probably 95 degrees in here at one point, and I could not be any colder. I had a jacket on. I had a blanket on. I had some kind of pajamas on. Sweating like crazy. And it was freezing, man. I would say it was, whew, my goodness. All right, so that was that day. Couldn't move. Okay, cool. So when did things start to get better? Fourth or fifth day, you can notice that things start to get better a bit. Now, from what I've told, the pneumonia and the things of that nature will happen during that really rough 2 to 3 day period right there. So the first day that you notice something's a little off, let me say this. If you don't take away anything from this, if you notice and you haven't had COVID before, something's a little off, go immediately, because you only have 1 day to go to do this. Go immediately and go get you some Paxlovid. Or go to your medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is not YouTube. Please don't demonetize me. Go to your medical doctor, and I would strongly advise that you tell him to give you Paxlovid, or at least test your body to make sure that you can take Paxlovid. We missed out on that opportunity because you only have 1 day to do that. Now, the thinking or the logic behind that is that once the virus starts to replicate the spike protein inside of your systems, the Paxlovid might end up doing more damage, because if you have a strain or if you have the variant that outsmarts Paxlovid, essentially what Paxlovid would do is boost or make the strain even smarter or harder to combat with some type of antiviral, retro, whatever it might be, right? So in order for it to be most effective, there has to be taken once there's not that much spike protein or not that much virus concentration inside of your actual body. That's how it's able to be effective. It stops the spike protein from replicating, right? It's been prescribed like crazy ever since that the hospitals and people have started to say, hey, you know what, this is actually relatively good treatment. Now, the Paxlovid is interesting because a lot of people end up taking the Paxlovid and then they do better, but then the symptoms do come back. Some people, it's been reported that some people are experiencing, symptoms once they're done taking it. And so it's not necessarily even a good 100% through and through ace in the hole. However, that's what the president did. And he took a few other things as well. Granted, I'm sure the president's not the only person that did it. But the prescription rates have gone through the roof since the word has gone out, right? So a few good things going forward. If you do end up getting extremely sick, most likely I could tell you that's going to be from one or two places. Your kids
or
large gatherings, right? But the number one thing, y'all, is these kids. I've been in large gatherings. You've seen the store. I've been in the store when it's crowded, things of that nature. I've been other spaces. I've been in churches, and I was fine. It wasn't until there was a good amount of children that immediately I got sick. Okay? So children have the ability, and y'all, we already know this. If you're a parent, you know this already. A lot of y'all get sick from your kids all the time. I was speaking with my aunt. She said the same thing. Oh, yeah, John, that's the same thing that happens to us. The kids are always sick. I don't know what it is about children, but they don't have the ability or the immune system that maybe fight off the wards as much. They share sickness a lot with each other. And so that is going to be more than likely where you get it from. For the guys out there and for the women out there that don't have children, there are still kids out and about in your area, right? Or maybe not. Do you hear that phlegm? Jesus Christ. You hear that? I have to cough that up. But another thing, and before I'm all over the place, I know, but another thing, take your vitamins. If you're not taking a multivitamin, take vitamins. What were you
thank you for the donation, Tabitha. She super chatted.
Oh, thank you, Tabitha. Jesus, Tabitha. What the heck? Tabitha, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Thank you so much for the $100 super chat, Tabitha. She says take that $100 for some soup to recoup. We love you, little bro. Thank you, Tabitha. I appreciate that so much. Wow.
Gulf Coast Granny says kids have little petri dishes.
Okay, Gulf Coast Granny. You're absolutely right, Gulf Coast Granny. Tabitha with an awesome support there. Can't thank you all enough. Thank you for everybody that's been donating and showing a lot of love to the channel right now. We're kind of in a political move. We talk about a lot of politics, and so this happening, on the heels of our political shift here on the channel is interesting. Also, by the way, we have a huge announcement. Next live stream, y'all make sure you set your calendars for the next live stream, which is going to be in a few days. And we have a big announcement. It's a new product we're launching. A lot of hard work went into this, and through y'all's support, I can't be more excited to announce what I'm getting ready to announce. Brand new product that's going to do very well, I think. Do very well. And y'all will be the first to get your hands on it. So be on the lookout for that. You're not going to want to miss it. Gulf Coast Granny says, every year when school starts, my entire family gets sick within the first month. Gulf Coast Granny, you're on the money. I don't know what it is about the children, but they definitely have the ability to do something. Australia says, also, if I ever felt a scratch in my throat, I would lock my bathroom door and run hot water through my shower head. The heat and the humidity I would breathe heavily through my nose and mouth. Trust me, it works. Australia, I will definitely do that next time. I'm going to be locking myself in the bathroom door all night. In the bathroom shower all night. 100%. I think that's good. It sounds like it's kind of a and you know, y'all, we'll try and get a second cam eventually, so we can get this set up. But it sounds like it's kind of like the diffuser thing, hybrid.
Yes.
Sherelle says, "Oh, when you get a girl THT, so it's a secret, y'all. Only y'all know. Only y'all know. It's a secret, right?" Who was on the live stream with you? Seeking Him Daily, I have Hybrid on the live stream with me. She is a very close person to me. And you'll be learning more about her, but Hybrid is Hybrid is awesome. Y'all have no idea. She's something else, man. She's something else. You don't find hybrids. Jaleesa says, kids are sickness magnets. Yes. Mine had the virus and showed no darn symptoms. Well, Jaleesa, it's good to see you in here, Jaleesa. Well, I'm glad the parents are coming through. Seeking Him Daily says, I didn't vax, but my elderly mother did. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things. The fatigue from the plague was awful, Gulf Coast Granny says, lasted for months. God almighty, Gulf Coast Granny, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. That is bad. Tabitha says, tell again. Softer side of CC says, yes, when I had COVID, I noticed I was drinking more water. I didn't have an appetite for 3 days. I just drank water, ginger ale, and orange juice. Well, softer side of CC, it's amazing that you were able to drink. Gulf Coast Granny, thank you so much for the well wishes. I'm also very glad I didn't pass. And y'all, I'm saying that. I'm saying that, you know, and I know I didn't get to the breathing problems, but it was very bad. It was very bad. Organic Black said, that's the new co-host. That's it. Organic Black knows. Estrella says, I didn't have to do it all night, just for 10 or 15 minutes. But if doing it all night makes you feel more comfortable and you can afford the water bill, by all means. Sherelle says, I take scorching hot showers every day. Scorching. Just Sandy says, I ain't got no money, but you were in my prayers, Sonny. Sandy, I tell you what, that's... I take that and I appreciate that so much. You know, I obviously we took a break because things were so intense, and I mean we took a break from everything. The entire house stood still for 4 days, and it's amazing. You know, it's amazing. You know, you really kind of find out. You really find out what you're made of, and it puts things in perspective for you a lot. You know, on that third day of sickness, it was like I said, it started becoming a mind thing, and I'm not gonna lie, man. You know, if Hybrid wasn't here, y'all, I don't know, man. It was very, very, very dark. Very, very, very dark.
And I would say for those who find yourself like, you know, regular flu, COVID, take the medications, over-the-counter medications on time. Don't let it lapse over. or else the fever could keep spiking.
So the bad thing was the fever spiking, right?
Right.
Like if you can get the fever under control, then everything else you'll feel better.
Right.
If you can get the fever under control, and I think that's what you ended up being really good at. So the NyQuil,
And stay
man,
hydrated, even if you have to put a spoonful of water in someone's mouth.
what all do we exactly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gave you
force them.
soup. I gave you soup broth. You don't remember most of it because you were out of it. I gave you like some soup broth, and then I gave you some tea with honey in it and lemon. So I gave you.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you don't remember because you were fighting. You were like, I don't want it, but I made you drink that. I gave it to you by spoon.
My spoon.
Yeah, by spoon. Yeah.
I don't even remember that. Really?
You were a bad patient. You're a bad patient.
Oh my gosh, I have no recollection of that on anything. So that was the biggest thing. But so you end up getting the fever when you're dehydrated, though.
Yeah, when you're dehydrated.
So-
and I kept the medicines coming.
So ingredient list: NyQuil, Theraflu, elderberry. We had acetaminophen. We had Tylenol. We had ibuprofen. What else?
We had Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer, cold and flu. We had those lozenges, the Mucinex.
Yeah, Mucinex lozenges.
Mucinex lozenges. We had Mucinex the liquid.
Yeah, we had vitamin C.
Vitamin C. We had we have the liquid multivitamin. I couldn't drink that.
Excedrin.
Excedrin. The Excedrin was a godsend for the headaches, y'all. The headaches were insane, y'all. The headaches were insane. I guess because of that head temperature thing we were talking about. Man, dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna tell y'all.
And a compress for your head.
And what?
And a compress.
Oh yeah, the compress. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you don't have anywhere to go, if it's not that crucial, if it's not like to the grocery store, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Just go to your places, y'all, but just wear your mask. Hey, I don't care about looking. I'm about to just buy. I thought the mask looks kind of cool, actually.
We're gonna have
the fashion
mask
statement,
parties.
Man. I'm about to be so. Like like when we get older and we buy our Skechers shoes and I want all that. I can't wait till I get older to buy my Skechers shoes. I'm about to go buy my Skechers shoes right now. I want my thick, sole comforting, back aligning Skechers tennis shoes. I want them absolutely. I want it. It's my money and I need it now. J.G. Wentworth. Absolutely. I don't care about people judging me. I don't care if you think that my glasses are too big. I don't care that you think that I am not politically correct and that I am going against America because I'm wearing a mask. My mask is going to have an American flag on it. All right. It is absolutely real, and if you are lucky enough to not be one of the unfortunate few, then I am so happy for you. You have no idea. But we need to be very careful, and I do understand now medical misinformation. I understand YouTube's policy on medical misinformation because when you are that person that's been medically misinformed, now this is a two-way street because there's a lot of stuff going on with the other side and stuff like that. There's no right answer. There's no right answer here. I just want that I just wish that what everybody's choice is, people respect it and you understand how that choice is the best choice for you, and so whatever way that you can get to that best choice, the most informational, the most clearly concise way is what we need to be as a country regulating and putting in front of people's minds. We need the truth, we need reality. And we need research, to be quite frank and honest with you. And I know that there's a lot. I get it, y'all. I've done so much research on the political fringe side of whether or not to do this or whether to do that. And, I mean, it's unfortunate that so much is politicized right now. I mean, the federal government's politicized, the FBI's politicized, the police are politicized. The politicians obviously are politicized. Schools politicized. Sports is politicized. Everything is politics now. Movies is politics now. So I get that. It can be very difficult, but I do see and understand that medical misinformation term now, and even that term has been politicized by the agendas as well, right? You can't even say that, the medical misinformation thing, because you'll be seen as an anti, right? You know, it's all fun and games, they say. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Is that what Mike Tyson said? Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth. I don't want to see you get punched in the mouth, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to see it. It's still very alive out here. I'm glad it's been demandated and all that other stuff. I don't think it's quite time yet. And this is coming from somebody that was staunchly on one side of the fence, right? Let's read a couple more y'all's comments. I'm glad that you're joining me. I'm glad to be here tonight with you. Tonight more than a lot of other nights, even though it's very hard setting up the stream. Hybrid was, of course, a witness to the pre-stream antics that the entities around me try and, put on this entire, I don't know what happens, but I try and set these live streams up. And I mean, ceiling tiles fall off from the sky. Phone calls come in from people I've never met in my life. It's like, it's crazy what ends up happening when I set up these live streams. But then when I get on, I end up having the best time. Estrella says 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C pouches. Those aren't too bad, man. I tell you what, I couldn't even eat the vitamin C gummies because I was throwing them up
at the wall.
Oh yeah, they're on. That I remember. This one's on the wall. I couldn't eat it. I chewed it and it was like, I don't know. It tasted like it was, flies to me or something. It's amazing, and that's why I said. I can't even eat the. I threw out the banana peppers.
Oh my god! Yeah, you threw out.
The hot sauce tasted the exact same as the banana peppers. So you're right. It is the COVID that changed up my taste buds. For whatever reason, there was nothing wrong with them.
Gracious.
Yeah, but they're gone now. Don't worry.
Yeah, you took Pedialyte too.
I took Pedialyte
to stay hydrated.
Okay, add that to the list, y'all. Pedialyte. Mm-hmm. I remember not liking the Pedialyte though.
Yeah.
Seeking Him Daily. On the thumbnail, was that while I was infected, bedridden? No. Seeking Him Daily. There's no
Got
way.
hairy leg.
Jesus, I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Joe, stop, Joe. Geez, look at that. There was no way I could have taken a picture, infected, or bedridden. I didn't even think about Seeking Him Daily. I didn't even think about anything for 2 days. All right. She says, "Get the Skechers with the wheels." Tabitha says, "Oh hell no, old folks wear Nikes too. No Skechers."
Oh, for real.
I'm sorry, Tabitha. Skechers got shoes for us young folks now. Don't sleep. You're right, Jaleesa. I'm tripping. Let me go ahead and get right. Skechers gonna send me an email saying like, we don't appreciate that slander, young brother. We were looking at you for some business. Australia says, right, I don't care if you think I should wear Jordans. Those Skechers are more designed for human anatomy. Nike Jordans, you're just paying for the name. Yo, seriously though, honestly, on some Jordan stuff, because I used to like Jordans a lot when I was a teenager. They were built a lot better back in the day. They're not built as going on. What's going on with THT TV Organic Black? You are right on time. So THT TV has gone through some severe changes, Organic Black. It's still being produced right now. I'll tell you, Organic Black, this is what happened. I don't know if y'all been hearing about this guy, Andrew Tate. Y'all been hearing about this guy, Andrew Tate. He's kind of like this Kevin Samuels type dude. Hold on a second. Well, he started this thing called Andrew Tate TV or Tate TV. And I was watching him do Tate TV. Literally, I'm pretty sure he saw, that I was going to be doing, THT TV because nobody was doing this yet. But he started Tate TV, which is essentially what I was going to be doing, which is these long live streams of different merged content. Now, well, this isn't even it. So I guess he doesn't have it up anymore. Let me see if he still has it up. No, I guess he doesn't even have it up anymore. So essentially what it was this guy who you're seeing here, he's like a red pill guy, and he just had a bunch of his content playing for hours on end. Let's see if this is it right here. No, that's another one of his little podcasts. So he had a bunch of his content playing for hours on end, and it'd have like commercials and a whole bunch of other stuff, yada, yada, yada. The problem is it didn't get any views, man. And his channel has 758,000 subs. At most, it'd have like 200 people watching. So he'd been doing this for a couple weeks or whatever, and I was just watching for a couple weeks. And thank God he actually did it, in the way that he did it, because I'm switching mine up completely right now. And instead of using a lot of, original old style type of content, I'm seeing that people don't really like to watch regurgitated old style content in that type of way, in like a super long formatted type of way. It has to be like a lot more, I don't know, diversified if you're going to do like super long live streams. So I was editing and I had like 2 shows that were halfway edited, but I've scrapped them for the most part. And I'm reconceptualizing the content. So I'm just refilming for the content right now, essentially, Now, everything that's happening, I'm behind on everything right now because I'm just got done being sick. Huge major life changes. I mean, there's a lot going on in my life right now. And it's every time I try and like get back in the groove of things, something happens, right? So we got a business we're getting ready to launch, huge products we're getting ready to launch. We got photo shoots we're getting ready to do, music videos, product shoots we're getting ready to do. There's a lot we have going on for the rest of 2022. And so I'm just making sure that when I do end up launching anything, that it's like perfect and ready to go. It looks professional and ready to go, and it's like good. But you'll see Organic Black. You'll see on the next live stream we announce our product. Actually, Organic Black, I'm gonna send you I'll reach out to you in a little bit. I'll talk to you soon, my dear, and we're gonna get some stuff sent out to you specifically. So, but yeah, you'll see when everything comes together. I need everything to flow with the product, and so I decided to not do THT TV until the product's released. But we're announcing the product next live stream, which means THT TV is going to be coming really soon. So thank you for the update on that. We're getting like always staying in the loop of things. So yeah, essentially what happened is most likely Andrew Tate or one of his friends, because I had a conversation with Andrew Tate's really good friend. I'm not going to name drop who he is. A lot of you all know his name though. And so I had a conversation with that guy, and I think that maybe somehow word might have gotten back to Andrew on the the THT TV type of thing. And next thing I know, it was Tate TV that popped up. So I was like, well, all right. When you end up brushing shoulders with the bigger people, it's a good thing to share conceptual ideas and things of that nature. But you have to be a little bit careful, right? I didn't speak too much about it, but I think I might have said a bit too much at that time, and so that was a bit of my mistake. But still, the concept of what I'm trying to go for is going to be hopefully executed better than his was, because that's the numbers weren't that good at all. So I was like, oh Jesus, it's looking bad. 200 live viewers and you have 750,000 subscribers. That don't make any sense. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other questions here? Nothing tasted right to me. Yeah, Gulf Coast Granny. It was metallic taste. That's it. The banana peppers tasted like straight metal. Yep. All right, y'all. Well, listen, y'all, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all y'all checking in. We're getting back to the streams coming up soon. I got way too much to do. I should not have swallowed that. Oh, that was so gross. Hybrid, is there anything else that you want to leave the people with? Any final
I would
messages?
just say as a tip for everyone, because my symptoms were just a tad bit different. I had the numbness in my hands,
I did too. I had that
numbness in my feet, and I had a bit of respiratory problems. So for myself, like, I knew that I wouldn't like Pedialyte, so I knew that coconut water was kind of like unsweetened coconut water was like an equivalent to Pedialyte. So to stay hydrated is also key. Take your vitamins, take any supplements that will help your immune system, and go outside for a walk, even like small, sitting outside in the sun just a few minutes a day also helped as well.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely it did. It's good stuff there. Well, thank you, Hybrid. Well, I want to thank y'all again, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. We're going to be back really soon. Probably maybe tomorrow. We'll see. If not, then the next day, because I got a lot to do, and there's going to be a lot coming on this channel. In order to push a new product, I'm going to be putting out a lot of content because we need to get sales up, because I need to make money. But more than that, we have a solid product, and I'm just excited. And, when you got something and it's time to dance, make sure your dancing shoes are on. I say it all the time. You You only get one chance to dance. Sometimes you get a few chances to dance. I'm not about to miss the spotlight, y'all, and I'm glad that you're here with me. I really do love all of you so much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. It means the world to be able to see that there's still 20, 30, 40, 50 people watching. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Awesome to hear. Thank you for your donations. Thank you, Tabitha, for your huge donation. Thank you for all the channel members. Thank you for all the mods on the channel. This is going to be it for tonight. We'll be back soon. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you get your vitamins in. I know I say all the time to buy a Second Amendment. Make sure that you're buying a firearm to protect yourself. We're going to change it up today. Make sure that tomorrow you go buy a bottle of vitamins, right? And then go to the gun store if you haven't already bought a gun. All right. I love you so much, y'all. Good night.
Night, guys.